Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 16th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Saturday out there so far. Everybody has a great Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the wide range tropical tropics here. You can take a look at the tropics here across this map here. Also, we got another cold front coming in from the west. It's going to move into the southeastern the east coast of the United States, and also bring a chance of showers and thunderstorms to the area on Sunday, and then beautiful weather expected next week, and then rain chances ramp up again later next week as another series of cold fronts move through the area. All right. Also, we're going to take a look at some information on Tropical Storm Margot. Also, we're going to take a look at the Tropical Depression 15. And also, we're going to take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map, and also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today and again for your Sunday. Okay, if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. That way you get my forecast twice per day unless something comes up. Other than that, go ahead and like these videos and share these videos on social media so that way more people get a chance to view my forecast, and also can subscribe to my forecast channel. Like I said, go ahead and smash that subscribe button before you leave this video today if you do not mind. Alright, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as you can see here, here's a post-tropical cyclone lead pounding the northeastern United States and also up in southeast Canada around the Nova Scotia region. Also, St. John getting a little bit of activity. Here's a cold front extending all the way down into the portions of the Caribbean. Also, here is Tropical Depression 15 getting its act together this afternoon. Got some more tropical waves behind it. This little system here that I think the National Hurricane Center is, no, it's this one here. It's giving this system here about a 20% of development over the next 5 days. Also, we got a little tropical wave here. Had to keep an eye on this. Also, I'm expecting more tropical waves to move off the African coast, and maybe further development continues as well. Also, I'm going to be keeping an eye down here in the southwestern Caribbean or the southern Caribbean Sea. Something could spin up here and move through the portions of the northwestern Caribbean and wind up in the Gulf of Mexico later on. And also, I'm going to be watching the southeast coast because something could spin up there later on down the road as well. Alright, as you can see here, you can see across Canada all the way back to Texas, all this activity will continue to push on off to the east, southeast. Also, we got some activity over in the Eastern Pacific. Right along with cyclones, so I would not be surprised to see more tropical activity over in the ocean. Alright, now let's move on to Tropical Storm Margot. As you can see here, Tropical Storm Margot is still spinning, kind of dwindling down in size. Like I said, it shouldn't be too much longer. It should start to begin to. Alright. Alright, as you can see here, we got this is the yellow area. This is Tropical Storm Force Wind. This is at 3 p.m. this afternoon, GMT time. That will continue. This storm will continue to move to the west, then to the northwest, then to the north, and then out to sea, and then become a depression as it heads toward the Azores. You guys over there in that vicinity may get some gusty winds and some heavy rainfall, and maybe some mudslides as well in the mountainous terrain as that system moves in your direction. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, it's located near latitude 34.4 north, longitude 38.7 west. Maximum sustained winds now at 50 miles per hour with higher gusts. Moving to the southwest at 8 miles per hour, classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast spaghetti-o plots. As you can see, here's the system here, moving off to the west, then to the northwest, and eventually off to the east, and then on out to sea. And there's the Azores over here, going to get affected by the tropical cyclone Margot. That, like I said, is going to bring some gusty winds, heavy rainfall, and maybe even some mudslides possible. Possible. Alright, here we go. We got winds right now, currently 45 knots. They go up to 50 miles per hour winds. Getting toward low end tropical storm, and most of the model drops it off to a tropical storm. Some try to take it back into tropical depression. Some take it to a tropical storm, but I think it may just drop off completely into a tropical depression later on down the road. As you can see on the satellite imagery, that it looks like it's getting very, very raggedy in intensity. All right, now that was your information on Margot. Now let's take a look at Tropical Depression 15, which will become Tropical Storm Nigel. Should be sometime later today or either on Sunday, but I'm expecting it should be later today. All right, you can see here, Nigel got some pretty well convection rotation. The darker colors, that is the deep convection. High cloud type punch into this system as well on the west and south side of the system. So, but it should gain strength and become a hurricane later on down the road. Might even become a major hurricane as well. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. See if Tropical Depression 15 can become Tropical Storm Nigel, and well, it will become Tropical Storm Nigel. That is, and see if it becomes just a hurricane. The forecast calling for the as you can see here is the 11 a.m. advisory. Then it turns into a tropical storm later tonight. 8 a.m. Sunday morning should be right here. The National Hurricane Center back down on a major hurricane. They're just keeping it as a hurricane right now. But we'll have to wait and see if it reaches major hurricane status. But they got a hurricane all the way into the central tropical Atlantic, east of Bermuda. Now the forecast has changed. Looks like Bermuda may be out of the target range of the storm. So, alright, but if you're tracking this storm at home, it's located near latitude 19.7 north, longitude 46.2 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts, and moving us to the north-northwest at 18 miles per hour. Alright, we're going to take a look at the forecast track. These are by the speed. Alright, you can see here the current position of the storm. Well compacted storm, keeps it going all the way over here to about 96 hours. Then eventually it's going to turn it off to the east, well, northeast, and then eventually off to the northeast. Take off in a faster forward speed. This map here don't even show Bermuda I think Bermuda somewhere off screen over here, because here's portions of the Leeward Islands here, but Bermuda is well to the west. And according to these forecast model here, it should take on off to the well east of Bermuda. Let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. Right now it's a tropical depression, tropical storm Nigel. See, a lot of computer models do take it into a category 2. Some do take it into a category 3. That's why I'm expecting it possibly could become a category 3 hurricane later on down the road. So we'll just have to wait and see how Nigel acts and see if he can become a category 3 as I am predicting. Alright, now that's your tropical update. Now let's take a look at your watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, as you can see here, we got storm warnings in the Atlantic Ocean, also tropical gale warnings also from Maine, also down to portions of North Carolina, South Carolina, and even coast of Florida. We got that rip current statements along the coastal South Carolina area. Flood advisories up here, portion of Washington, D.C. and the Delaware area. Also, we got tropical storm warnings still in effect for much of Maine. Also, hurricane statements also in effect there as well, down into New Hampshire. Also into portion of Boston, Massachusetts, and also into Rhode Island, and also into Connecticut as well. Alright, got some air quality alerts down here in northeast Texas, southeast Texas, special weather statement South Texas. Fire weather watches for portion of Montana, Idaho, and also Washington State. Red flag warning is also in effect for northern Montana. Also, we have some air quality alerts for southwestern Oregon, western California. South side of Alaska got storm warning and also some gale warnings to the south. Also, central and south Alaska still got some gale warnings there. North side looks a-okay. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the storm prediction center outlook today and tomorrow, but this is today's outlook. Alright, you can see here we got general thunderstorm reporting in West Virginia down through the Gulf Coast states, southeast Louisiana, down to the Florida area, down to the Florida Keys. Also over here in portions of Texas, also in New Mexico, portions of Colorado, also a little bit in Northern California, also in the portions of Nebraska down into Kansas, also all the way over into portions of Michigan. Marginal risk areas for Wisconsin, all the way back into Kansas and Nebraska, and also down in southeast Texas. Alright, if you live in San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Madison, Wisconsin, and Oakland Park, Kansas, marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. Tornado probability less than 2% all areas. I see damaging winds. Let's see, and hail, both. That's about the same area. This includes San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Madison, Wisconsin, and Overland Park, Kansas. That's for large hail and damaging winds, both forecasts. Alright, you can see we got general thunderstorm from New York City all the way down to the Florida Keys, also down to the Panhandle of Florida, also South Texas, all the way back into New Mexico and Arizona, also Northern California, portion of Oregon, also up to Michigan, also Illinois, Indiana, and portion of Ohio as well. Alright, we have a marginal risk from the Outer Banks of North Carolina to the low country of South Carolina down into southeast Georgia. Alright, if you live in Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, Jacksonville, North Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather on your Sunday. Tornado probability right along coastal areas, Outer Banks of North Carolina, right along coastal areas of South Carolina and east and southeast Georgia. This includes Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Hilton Head, South Carolina. 2% risk for a tornado. Damaging winds, and let's see the hail probability, just damaging wind, tornado and a damaging wind threat for tomorrow. This includes Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, and Jacksonville, North Carolina. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday afternoon, folks. Take care.